Hello, boys and girls.
Hello, boys and girls.
Today we are going to learn how to find the area of a triangle. We're going to investigate this. And you'll find it fun. And guess what we forgot? We forgot to say Merry Christmas. And a Happy New Year. Hello, boys and girls and parents. Today we're going to discuss how to find the area of a triangle. But I just want to go over some basics, maybe some things that you're pretty familiar with. And before we do the area of a triangle, let's just review the area of a rectangle. Now there we have a rectangle, and let's say that the width of this rectangle is, we'll say it's 5, and we'll say the length of it is 8. Okay, we've got a rectangle here. This forms a right angle, a 90-degree angle. This is also the height and the base of the rectangle, pretty much same thing as length and width. And we know that our formula for a rectangle, we'd say that the area is equal to the width times the length, or as I said before, the height times the base. Okay, the height times the base. Same thing. How high it is and how long the base is. Okay, they're both the same thing. And I really like height times base because when we deal with parallelograms, this will come in real handy. We'll use this formula. So let's plug in some data. Let's plug in the numbers. Now the area is equal to width with the width of the height, which is 5, times the length of the base, which is 8, and that would be equal to 40. Okay, 40 square units. We're not quite sure what units. It could be inches, centimeters, feet, doesn't really matter, but we have 40 square units. Let's do something though a little different. Let's take this rectangle and divide it in 2. Okay, I divide it into 2 equal halves. But when you look at these 2 equal halves, you can see that we have 2 right triangles. Now what do you think the area of one of these triangles would be? Well, the area of one of these triangles we know is half of the rectangle, because we divide it right in half from the 2 corners. So the area then would be equal to 1/2 of 40, and all you mathematicians out there know that that's 20. Half of 40 is 20. So this triangle here would have the area of 20 square units, and this triangle here, which is its twin, but it's kind of flipped over, would also be 20, which would give us a grand total of both of them together is 40. So what can we say? Can we come up with possibly a formula for triangles? Yeah, absolutely can. The area of a triangle is equal to 1/2 times the base and the height. And some people like to write it like this: base times height divided by 2, which is the same thing as 1/2 of the base times the height. Now remember, up here, height and base, okay, it's kind of like width and length, but it's a little more important because we're going to take a look. Let me draw a triangle here and show you what I'm talking about here. Now here we have a triangle, and we don't know that these 2 sides are the same or anything like that. We don't know what these sides are for sure in relationship to one another. But if I were to drop a perpendicular line, ding 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 ding, all the way down there, okay, it's a perpendicular line from the base, okay, to the top point of the triangle, this would be called the height. Okay? And I know that when I take the base times the height, okay, that would actually, if I were to multiply that, that would give me the area of two of these triangles, okay, which would form a parallelogram. But we just want to know the area of this triangle. So we would say that the area of this triangle is equal to the base times the height divided by 2. Or as we said before, or 1/2 times the base times the height. Okay, let's say, for example, let's say the height looks like it could be approximately 4, and the base could be equal to 6. And if that's the case, let's plug our numbers in. Okay, we would say that the base, let me move this up a little bit. Okay, we said the base is 6, the height is 4, and we divide that by 2, or we can set it up like 1/2 times the base, which is 6, and the height, which is 4. What's that going to be? 6 times 4 divided by 2 is 12. 12 square units. Or 1/2 times 6 times 4. 6 times 4 is 24. A half of that would also be 12. So it doesn't really matter. Whichever formula you like you can use, you're going to get the same answer. It's 12 units. So remember, our triangles are really half of a rectangle, if they're right triangles, but if they're not right triangles, they're half of a parallelogram. And we need to take the height and the base, we multiply the two together, and then we can either multiply that by 1/2 or divide it by 2, which is the same thing. So here is our formula for finding the area of a triangle. And I hope this was helpful. We'll do some more work on triangles later on. Goodbye.